one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 38, Tua. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They snap it to Fields. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Montgomery back to the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trevon Wesco. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the 27, Tua.
Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, his arm strength, never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Fields.
On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 41, Fields buying time to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Being chased out left.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. And off comes to Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A handoff for Herbert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Tua, the final shot before half. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Fields on 3rd down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Fields.
Flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
But here we go on fourth down, Fields. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The tight end in motion right.
Back to Montgomery on second down. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Fields.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
A toss left side for Herbert.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Herbert.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Now Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they have regained the lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, quick slant, finding Claypool.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 33. 75 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Herbert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert once more. And he'll take this one down near the 15. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Herbert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go on fourth down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Back to throw is Tua. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now Fields steps away. He's got Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll run. It's Herbert. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. All eyes on Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw. Fields out to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. One play action. Fields rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Chase Claypool, 69 yards. And the Bears go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Just shy of the 30. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. There he goes left side. 30. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. 71 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, obviously team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the 50, here's Fields. Completion here to Claypool. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. That's caught at the 1. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Khalil Herbert punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Onto did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Montgomery running right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Fields. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Herbert. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Working with a 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Patterson running between the tackles. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, a run with And
he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll go again with Patterson.
And some room to roam now. That good for 22 and a first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Now a toss play to Algier.
Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuff the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
Back to throw.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Coup now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off play action. Fields
on the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. He'll get it inside the 20.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 21. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And again, back to Komet.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they take a knee. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And one last throw here for Fields.
He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in.
You won't moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a baller, I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it, that is the difference. I am not waiting, I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right, my grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot.